Hi guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. Welcome to Across the Pond, your North American sports update show. What a show we've got today. Yeah, we got to talk NBA basketball. Let me put out the topics before I rattle them down. We got to talk NBA playoffs. We got to talk NHL playoffs. They are starting. Major League Baseball. Then our new channel, the NFL channel. I'll update you on that as well. So we're going to look into all those things. So, no time to waste. Let's have a look at it. But first of all, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off here with that's our new channel there. Let's plug it all there. There you go. Vic and Vern NFL. Just started that channel up. We've taken it out of Vic and Vern Sports Chat, made an own channel for it because we're going to be doing a lot of special things on the NFL channel. So do feel free to join. That's the handle if you want to add it in your phone or your computer to find us. It's at Vic and Vern NFL. So please like and subscribe that one. It would be important. What is coming up on that show? Look, on that channel, we're going to have live NFL games every weekend. We're going to have the preseason. We're going to have the draft. Big thing next week at the draft. We've gone into cooperation with Dominic. We'll be introducing him on the channel as well. And big Seahawks fan, and he's in the inner circle, so he's going to be at the draft live in front of the stage, going to be giving us pictures, insights, maybe a few interviews. So it's going to be a really big thing for our channel, doing something new. We'll be doing all Seahawks games plus Thursday night games, Monday night games, Sunday night games. Damn, what am I doing to myself here? But we're going to have a lot of fun on that channel, and I think it's going to grow nicely. And it's going to be a big NFL channel, so do join us for that. I will plug it at the end once again. Don't you worry, I will plug it at the end again. There you go. So, but let's start off. Look, we've got to go straight into the NBA playoffs, and because the playoffs have started. This is the playoff picture. You can see that. Look, tonight there are still big games going to go on. We have the Warriors taking on the Suns, and we have the Hornets taking on the Magic to see who's the 8th seed. Look, favorites would be the Suns, and I think the Magic, but Magic Hornets a toss-up. I think the Suns have got a little bit more than the Warriors, so we'll see what happens there. But let's break it down. Let's start in the East. So here we go. On the right-hand side here, you can see the Hornets beat the Heat, and they got into that 9th and 10th playoff spot. The Heat are out of the playoffs. The Magic lost to the 76ers, so the 76ers went through, and they are going to play the Celtics. Now the Magic have to play off against the Hornets. The winner of that will take on the Pistons. Let's break it down a little bit. Look, I don't think it plays or makes a major difference if it's the Hornets or the Magic. I think the Pistons against either team will. I'm not going to go sweep, but I'm going to go 4-1 Pistons in that one. Then Cavaliers against the Raptors. I just want to check just quickly before I go on, just to make sure that it's working online. That's always a good thing, Vic. Check the stuff up. It is. It's on and it's working. There you go. So Cavaliers Raptors. I think the Cavaliers got a little bit of the edge there, but I can see this one going 7 games. I can go 4-3 on that one. Knicks against the Hawks. The Knicks have always got a bad game in them, so I'll go 4-2 for the Knicks in this one. And then the Celtics against the 76ers. I'm going sweep here, baby. I'm going 4-0 for the Celtics. So I got the Pistons, the Cavaliers, and the Knicks. I've got all the seeds coming through. So the Knicks will take on the Celtics. In my prediction, I think the Celtics going to the final. I would say that would be a 6-game series, 4-2 to the Celtics. Pistons against the Cavaliers, 4-2 there as well. Pistons, and I've got the Cavaliers. I've got the Celtics going to the NBA Finals this year. I think they've had a fantastic season, and Tatum's back. I got the Celtics going to the NBA Final from the East. Let's go to the West quickly. Same thing in the West. Look, we know the Trailblazers. They are through the play-ins. They've got the Spurs, so we're waiting for night. Warriors and the Suns. I actually think the Warriors match up better against the Thunder than the Suns do, but I think the Suns are going to come through. Thunder Suns, 4-0. Lakers Rockets, that's the one I really want to do some live games of. I've got the Rockets in 6, 4-2 here. I think the Rockets will do it. I think the Lakers defense is just not good enough. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Nuggets in 5, 4-1. Spurs, Trailblazers. 4-0, my friend. 4-0. So here, the only one that I've gone against the grain is the 5th seeded Rockets. I've got them ahead of the Lakers. So the Nuggets will take on the Spurs and the Thunder will take on the Rockets. I would go Thunder at the moment. I'd go 4-2 Thunder and Nuggets against the Spurs. I think the Nuggets do it. Also 4-2. Then we're going to have Nuggets against the Thunder in the final, and I've got Thunder going to the finals again. Thunder, Celtics, that's my NBA finals, guys. That is my NBA finals. We'll see what happens. I had the Rockets winning it all at the beginning of the season, but they are missing a good point guard. I think the Spurs, experience could be missing there to knock off the Thunder. Saying that, they've got the Thunder's number this season, but I think they'd rather play the Thunder than the Nuggets. And they're going to have to play the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets are the better, well-rounded team against the Spurs. Yeah, there you go. So that is your NBA look ahead. Look, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to try to do as many games as we can, mostly on the weekends because we do work day jobs. There you go. Just want to have a look, the season's over. Let me have a look at those stat leaders there for the NBA. Luka Doncic, the top point scorer in the NBA this year with 33.5 per game. Jokic, he won the rebounding crown there with 12.9 a game. He won the assisting crown with 10.7. Wembanyama was the block man. Not in my house. Where's old Dikembe Mutombo? Would be proud of Victor Wembanyama. 3-1. Ozell Thompson was the top stealer with Dyson Daniels together. Rudy Gobert was the best shooting player in the NBA with the highest field goal percentage. Well, he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, does he? At the bottom there, the 3-point made percentage. I'm not really fantasy points per game. That tells you a lot. Nikola Jokic got the most fantasy points per game. Shouldn't that be a barometer for MVP in my eyes? Look at that. And I would have those 5 players as the MVP. A lot of people count out Cade Cunningham. Sensational season for the Pistons. And I think you shouldn't count out Jaylen Brown. But I think it's going to go this year. I think it goes back to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I just think that's the way the vote's going to go this year. But we will see. It's going to be a bloody interesting NBA playoffs. I can't wait for it to start. I mean, we've had the play-ins, but that's the play-ins. It's not the playoffs. The name says it, play-in or playoffs. That's a big difference. Playoffs will be starting, I think, tomorrow, Saturday. Then we move over on the ice. Ice. Yes, Anchor. Ice, baby. Stanley Cup playoffs are standing here. This is your schedule. You have the East and the Western Conference there. The top 8 teams. Let's break it down. Let's go to the NHL West here. We look at the Western Conference there. Colorado against the LA Kings. Dallas against Minnesota. The Golden Knights against Utah. And the Edmonton Oilers against the Anaheim Ducks. Tough. I'll go Edmonton against the Ducks. My Golden Knights will knock out Utah. Dallas, Minnesota is a toss-up for me, but I would go with the Stars. And you've got to go with the Colorado Avalanche. They were the best team in the regular season. So, Colorado will play against Dallas. And Vegas will play against Edmonton. I got Vegas and Colorado in the Western Conference Finals. And I got Colorado Avalanche going to the finals this year. In the East, other side, you got Buffalo against Boston. That is always a tight one. What am I going for here? Buffalo, Boston. I'll go with the Sabres. Tampa Bay Lightning against the Montreal Canadiens. Can only go with the Lightning. They've been sensational this year. Carolina against Ottawa. Another, I think, easy 4-1 victory or something like that for the Hurricanes. And then Pittsburgh against Philadelphia. Your guess is as good as mine. The Battle of Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh Penguins against the Philadelphia Flyers. That should be the most exciting first round matchup. I think that's going to be a crack. I think there's going to be overtime games. I think every game could go to overtime. I think there'll be a lot of penalties, a lot of fights. I think this could be the game of the NFL or the matchup of the NFL playoffs for me. But I'll go Pittsburgh here. I will go Pittsburgh. So I got Pittsburgh, Carolina. I got Carolina getting through. Tampa Bay Lightning against Buffalo. I got Tampa Bay going through. Then it's for me Tampa Bay against Carolina. I got Tampa Bay Lightning playing the Colorado Avalanche for the Stanley Cup this year. That's just me. That is just me for this year. But put it out there again. That's the way to get to the Stanley Cup this year. Should be interesting. I'm going to try to do some of the finals games. I'm going to try to do some of those Pittsburgh against Philadelphia games. We will see. I'll let you know the minute we get that far. Then let's quickly have a look at the stats because the season is over. Your top points leader in the NHL this year was Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers with 138 points ahead of Nikita Kucherov and Nathan MacKinnon. So those are your top three. Shout out there to Macklin Celebrini, the young man doing really, really well there. Then let's have a look. Let's break that down. Points into goals. Top goal scorer in the NHL this year, Nathan MacKinnon of the Avalanche. 53 ahead of Caulfield and Connor McDavid. Let's have a look. Assists went to Connor McDavid. He had 90 assists ahead of Nikita Kucherov and Nathan MacKinnon. Look, who's the MVP this year? It's hard to go past Connor McDavid. But I don't know how the NHL do it. Do they wait a little bit? I mean, McDavid's in the playoffs. McKinnon, McDavid or McKinnon is going to be one of the two MVPs, I think. Then we move on. There was some goalkeeping. We don't forget Scott Wedgwood, best goalkeeper in the league, on the best team. He's one of the reasons the Avalanche are the best team in hockey. I mean, 2.02 goals a game against, that is phenomenal over a whole season. And I mean, his saving statistic, he saved 92.1% of all shots on his things. So 92% save ratio, that is phenomenal. So Scott Wedgwood, definitely the best goalkeeper in the league. And come playoff times, good goalkeeping can get you very, very far on the playoff ladder. There you go. Then I will just quickly drop into the baseball. I'm not going to go through the results or anything like that or any stats, but we'll give you the American League. This is the way it's standing. Baseball at the moment, no one's really falling off, because if you look at the top team in the AL, the American League, Tampa Bay's got the most wins with 11-7, and the worst team in the league is 7-11. So it's not that bad at the moment. Tampa Bay Rays on a 6-game winning streak, so along with the Detroit Tigers. So that is looking good there. Look, the Yankees in second there. The Red Sox, surprisingly, that at the bottom of the AL East, but we'll see. Which teams in the East have surprised me the most? The Athletics, definitely the Oakland Athletics. Last season, I think that they're there, going to Vegas soon. So who has disappointed me? The Astros. The Astros are for me a disappointment this year, and the Red Sox in the American League. Let's go to the National League quickly. There you got the Braves, 12-7 in the East. In the Central, you got the Pirates, 11-8. And in the West, of course, the reigning champions, the best team in baseball at the moment, 14-4, the LA Dodgers. Look, who has surprised me the most? The San Diego Padres, 13-6. But no one's also fell off in this division. Who am I worried for? The Mets, 7-12. Didn't you see the Mets not being up there? The Giants as well had a good preseason, but not preseason is not regular season, guys. There you go. So yeah, but lots of games. Only about another 1,000 games to go. No, what do they play? Around about 160, 170 games in the Major League Baseball. So they all got about another 150 games to go. So plenty of baseball to be played there. There you go. So that's kind of my little wrap up for across the pond. Don't forget NASCAR this weekend, IndyCar coming up. Don't forget we had the golf, the Masters, that was in the US. Congratulations to Rory McIlroy on winning his second green jacket in a row. Almost a gold jacket. Gold jacket is NFL draft. That'll be next Thursday. Now, let me tell you what's coming up next week. We're going to have a special across the pond about the NFL draft, and we're going to have it on both channels. We're going to have it on our NFL channel and on our regular Vic and Vern Sports channel. And then, of course, the NFL draft next Thursday evening. That's going to be massive. Live here, I think from 9 o'clock Central European time. Live from Pittsburgh. We have got our reporter live on the scene, so please join us for that. Let me plug that whole stuff again. There you go. you need to be on this channel because it's going to be epic, man. Dominic's on a road trip from Monday through the US a little bit. He's going to be at some live Seahawks games. We're going to go. Him and Werner might be going to an international game here in Europe. So we got a lot of things going on the channel, a lot of things. So do join that channel. That channel's going to be growing fast, I think. Let me just do it like that. There you go. Back. Next week we'll have a more, a more, how do you say, a normal across the pond, where we'll get into all the stuff that's going on in North American sports. But this week I thought I have to bring you the playoffs, because tomorrow the playoffs officially start in the NBA, and on Sunday night they officially start in the NHL. So good stuff there. We'll update you on our morning shows that we have every day at 7 o'clock Central European time. Guys, that's me. I'm off. One more time before we go, because that's important. You got to plug stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button, because we've passed 152,000 and we're on our way to 153,000. So join the revolution, baby. Join the revolution. Guys, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to join our other shows. In 45 minutes, we're going to be doing the DEF CON Rugby show, so join us for that. See you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.